Took me 12 years to get a 4-year degree because I played in school. I was in college, couldn't hardly read or write. But Bob should be here right now. But Bob is not here because me and Bob, at 20, we start making different decisions.
You got that. You've got genius in you. You've got goodness in you. You've got creativeness in you. If you decide to take the initiative to change the current quality of your life, I say to you that you will find that the universe is on your side.
And when you find the one that you do, that'll be your why.
How you frame these opportunities, which you will see I use that word very intentionally, how you frame these opportunities is going to determine how you react to it at a physiological level.
So here's what I want to tell you. I don't care what you say you want to be, what you want to do. And here's the crazy part about y'all age. Man, I'm so proud of y'all, like y'all the 1%ers. But the crazy part about it is, just because you got here don't mean your 30's gonna look like this. And your 40's gonna look like this. And your 50. I mean, I wish if you played in the NFL, I wish that whatever your best day was, your best year was, you could just like capture that and that'd be the rest of your life. But unfortunately, a lot of dudes made a lot of money broke. And I'm gonna just say MC Hammer, that's my dude. $30 million wasted in. How you lose 30 mil in 1 year? Easy. You got the same mentality, like you hanging out with your homies and you trying to do right by your homies, but your homies eating up stuff, doing stuff, and now you broke, and now you can't. Here's the crazy part about it. Most of the people who lost 30 million in 1 year, you don't get another year to make another 30 mil.
This device right here can both speed up time in your life or it can slow it down. It's not always a speed tool. So one of the tips that I've covered before but not enough people implement that I promise you is a quality of max out performers that relates to their time is they control it. They do not react and respond. They dictate the terms of their life most of the time. And that means this: when you wake up in the morning, the greatest thing you could do for yourself is not touch or look at this device for 30 minutes to an hour after awakening. So that when you wake up, you take control of your time. You control the time. You control the beginning of the day. You get clear, you meditate, you pray, you stretch, you think, you go through a gratitude exercise. You control the first 30 minutes of your day. It sets a tone that I'm in charge of my time, not what enters this. If the first thing you do is grab this now dictates the term of your day. This controls my day.
Like, bro, wouldn't it be sweet if you had 30 and you wasted it, and then you get a second shot and you get another 30? But for most people, that won't happen. So I'm not here to tell you anything but this. What do you want your life to look like? And many of you probably never even thought about it, but the cool thing about it, you got a phenomenal start, right? So I'm gonna walk through these slides real quick. I'm geeked, right? I'm geeked. Why? Because I speak for a living. I'm geeked, y'all. I speak for a living. So what does that mean? This don't get old. I got something that I could, if I die at 70, I can continue to do this. At 80, I can continue to do this. The problem with football, you can't do this at 50. You can't play this game at 50. I don't care how sweet you are. The best of the best, I felt like, the best of the best was MJ. And MJ had to retire. And as a matter of fact, when MJ was with the Wizards, he didn't look like the bull MJ. He was just doing that because he was trying to own a team so he could make some money in basketball.
What hits this, what email, what text, what call hits this, what Instagram post hit this controls me. It controls my time. But if you can stay away from it for the first 30 minutes to an hour, you send a message to your brain, to yourself, that you control time, that this day is on your terms. And again, you stack up a day, a week, a month, a year, 5 years of a lifetime of you controlling and dictating the terms of your life for just the first 30 minutes to an hour every day. It will revolutionize your life. It'll be very difficult to do for the first 30 days, but after 30 days, you'll never have the desire to do it again. You'll completely flip your life around. I'm not suggesting that all max out performers dictate every term. Of course I respond. Of course I react throughout my day. It's not the syntax or context of my day. I control my day. There are things throughout every day where we react and respond. There are conversations where someone says something to us. We clearly react and respond. But I'm the assessor of my life, not the assessee. I assess my life. I dictate the terms of my life.
That life is on your side. Now, will it be turbulent? Yes. Will it be easy? No, no. Will you have some opposition? Yes. Will I make a lot of mistakes? Yes. Will I get hurt? Yes. Yes. See, a lot of people won't try anything different in life because they don't want to get hurt. Let me tell you something. It's too much pain to duck. Pain is everywhere. You can hide under here. It will come where you are. It's everywhere. Viktor Frankl calls it unavoidable suffering. You can't duck it. But most people spend their life not wanting to deal with the pain of rejection.
I'm not being assessed and I'm not being dictated to by other people all the time in my life. That's a huge separator in how people look at time for max out performers. The third thing is this. Why is a day only 24 hours? I mean, if the average people in the world or the majority of people in the world have a 24-hour day, why does that have to apply to you? Many years ago, I discovered, have you ever had a day where in 4 or 5 hours, you got more in the first 4 or 5 hours done or accomplished in your day than you had in a normal day? You ever have a 4 or 5 hour window, a 6 hour window, like you go, I've got so much done in these 6 hours, it's more than I get done in an average day. And what I found out was max out elite performers, people that perform at the highest level, they get more done in a 6 hour window than most people get done in a day. And here's why. Most people measure a day by 24 hours. So I started to think, I was young in business. I was in my early 20s. And one of the things that was held against me by other people is you're too young to win. You don't have enough experience.
Okay, your thoughts, great Shakespeare quote, there's nothing either good or bad, but thinking makes it so. So trying these things that are way out of your comfort zone and failing isn't bad. You feeling like failing makes you a loser or that you're never going to get these opportunities again or whatever it is that you think about it, that's the thing that makes it bad. So if you reframe it and say, I move towards what scares me, man, that's part of my identity because I know I'm going to grow. And quite frankly, because I insist that I not be weak. I insist that I not be emotionally weak or that I allow myself to back down from a challenge. Okay, it doesn't mean that I don't feel fear. I do feel fear.
The pain of defeat, the pain of being disappointed, the pain of losing, the pain of failure, the pain of being criticized, the pain of not being liked, the pain. That's called life. Life is full of pain. It's everywhere. But guess what? There's no gain without pain. Because it's the pain of regret that you experience. If I had it to do over again, that's a pain. Don't you know that's something? Well, you know, I was in a seminar once and this lady stood up. If I had my life to live over again, she talked about all of the things that she would do. And you can feel the pain of regret in her voice. Pain of regret. She still experienced pain. She was trying not to experience the pain of defeat, the pain of disappointment, the pain of loss.
But it means that I display courage, right? That is how you have to think about it. And as you begin to reframe that, like, yo, I'm the type of person that rises up in the face of fear. I move towards fear. It isn't that I don't feel it. It's that I know I'm going to learn. Even if I fail, I'm going to improve and get better. And I would just find a way to make this a positive experience for myself. And when you begin to reframe things like that, when you begin to change your self-narrative, then you begin to have a very different emotional reaction to this thing. But you have to take control of that self-narrative. You have to take control of your framing, how you think about this thing. What does it mean? What does success mean to you? What does failure mean to you? Everything's like reading a book. I'm going to learn something from this. I'm going to do something. And if I fail, I'm going to get a ton of information. I'm going to get better, right? And if you know about yourself and you're going to show up and you're going to improve, then there should be no fear of failure. It doesn't mean it's your desired outcome. It just means you're not afraid of it because you're going to get better. So don't view yourself through the lens of a moment.